Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be doing a pick a card all about your immediate future. So this is going to be the future that's immediate, so it's going to be very close to where you are now. So we're going to see what's going to happen for you guys in the future. So we have 4 groups here as usual. We have group number 1 with the citrine freeform, group number 2 with this smoky quartz double terminated point, group number 3 with the amethyst freeform, and group number 4 with the clear quartz point. All of these crystals that you see here are available on my shop at the moment. So if you'd like to check that out, please have a look in the link down below. I also have my rates for my private readings, so please message me through email or Instagram before purchasing, as my rates and availability can change. So let's get started with group number 1 with the citrine. Hello group number 1, let's get started with your reading. Let's see what you guys have in the future. So you guys chose the beautiful citrine freeform, so I'll put her over there, put her on the flat side. There we go. Okay, so let's have a look and see what card you have. So the main card you have is safe home. I cast this circle round about, safety now is beyond doubt, which I really love. I think that's really beautiful. We'll pull a couple more of this deck just to see what else we have, just to clarify this card. True love come to me, true love shall come to me, as I do will so mote it be. And then we'll get another one. Magical powers, beautiful. So you guys got a lot of good stuff coming towards you. We also have confidence. By earth and air, water and fire, let my confidence take light, burn higher. I really love this because I do feel like a lot of you guys are gaining a lot more confidence. I do feel like there's a massive need for you to just let go of the kind of outcome in terms of love and relationships. I feel like you guys really do want a partner, especially if you guys are single. Most likely if you are single, you're going to want a partner. And I do feel as if that you are definitely focused on yourself, which is really nice. So a lot of you guys are definitely going through some home situations. You might be kind of having a lot of arguments in the home, or there might be a massive change. Oh look, we have spirituality. So it's kind of like magical powers. So I love that. There's definitely some ethereal energy in this group. And then we have confidence. Oh my God. Oh, we cannot make this stuff up. And then we have abundance. Lovely. So you have confidence twice. So that is just a massive confirmation that you guys are meant to be very confident at this time. I do feel like if you're not feeling very confident, the main thing for you to focus on is just your own life and like how you can basically make it your own and how you can make it more comfortable for yourself. The more we try to make our lives more comfortable for other people, the kind of less confident we feel. So I do feel as if it's really important for you to create a safe home as much as possible. And I do feel like to make a safe home is to just be really comfortable with just like your space. If you need to clear your space, cleanse your space, that's probably the best thing for you at the moment. And I do feel as if that you have a lot of connection to the spirit realm. I feel like in the future, your home is going to feel more comfortable and more safer. You might be going through a bit of 7th house trauma at the moment, or 4th house trauma to do with relationships and things like that. There might be kind of a rift in a family or a home at the moment. And what this is showing me is your confidence is all about your home and your body. You know, the more you feel comfortable in your body, the more you feel comfortable in your home. So it's kind of like, I do feel like you're having to go through any sort of conflict. You kind of just have to go through it. I don't think you can kind of avoid it. So I do feel like that's really important. And the best thing for you to do is to focus on how you can, like, basically just look after your mind. Your intuition is really important. And if you're focusing on becoming overall confident, then you don't have to worry about anyone else or anything else. So I do feel like a lot of you guys are really focused on wanting a romantic partner. I do feel like you might be watching this around Valentine's Day, or a kind of date that kind of makes you want to have a partner. So it might be on like Christmas Day or something. Of course, this is timeless, so whenever you come to this reading. And I do feel like the safe home, I'm picking up someone like ringing the doorbell. Like I feel like somebody's going to come to your home very soon, who just kind of brings this really lovely energy. It could be a female or a male. They just kind of bring this really nice energy of safety. They might be a Cancer, a water sign, or an Aquarius. I feel like this kind of like family energy is around you. And I'm sorry if you can hear any background noise. There's kind of noise going on my neighbours and outside. There's a lot of stuff going on at the moment. Okay, so you have spirituality literally like twice. You have spirituality and magical powers, and then you also have confidence. So what this is showing me is it's like being confident enough to express your spiritual side. You might be somebody who's quite like recluse around it, like you don't really want to express your spiritual side. So this is just a massive confirmation that in the next few weeks, couple of months, you're going to really express your spiritual side and express to people what you really love about it. And I also kind of feel like quite sad about how, like, you know, spirituality is so taboo. It's just so like messed up. I could rant about it. I'm not going to, but I would. But I do feel like it's really important for you to manifest your own rituals, just to kind of help you feel a bit more comfortable in your body. Like this can be like deep breathing, chanting, like omming and things like that. It could just be literally meditating, like staring at a candle or something. Like all these things really help you to get out of your kind of like, I don't know, it's that monkey mind, but that is the mind that kind of like keeps running. So it's really, really important for you to like slow your mind down, because I feel like you're quite prone to anxiety or anxious thoughts. And it's really important. That's going to really help you in the future. It's going to help you to feel much more safe and comfortable. And safety is really about your body as well. Like if you feel unsafe, you're going to feel unsafe in every situation. So the best thing for you to do is to find what suits you and just keep doing it. Even if it kind of feels repetitive or you're kind of bored of it, especially if you're somebody who's got like a chronic issue with health or something, it does feel really repetitive. But the reason why that can come up in the body is because your body is just screaming for help. Like it wants you to notice it. And a lot of the time it can be because we've gone through emotional trauma, or, you know, it can just be our karma in some way. Everyone's got different karma. So, you know, I don't have all the answers, but that's something that I've learned as well from my own health journey. So when we have confidence, I feel like this is basically saying you have a lot of confidence, and or if you don't have it right now, you're going to have a lot more confidence. And it's funny that confidence is a real big thing, because we have citrine, and I really resonate with citrine being about confidence. Citrine is very much about the solar plexus. It's about who we are, our identity. So if you identify as somebody who's confident, you're just going to be like, you're going to attract a lot more, a lot quicker. And this is a lot to do with money as well. The more confident you are within your ability to receive, the more money you're going to have, essentially. It's like we're all here to receive. So it's just basically this energy around like being willing and knowing that you are, you know, available to receive, basically. Okay, so let's see what else we have. I feel like also this is really, really for you guys as well, because it's yellow or orange. Aspiration really makes you feel like the solar plexus is really present. I'm hearing like have more spine. So when you have more spine, you have more confidence, you have more kind of like, yeah, you have more confidence, you have kind of this ability to assess situations, really make strong decisions like that. So having more structure and basically safety in your body, I feel like that's something that's really important. This is aspiration. So there's definitely a lot of things around confidence and money for you guys, but it does feel like it's more to do than the emotional side and the spiritual side first. Like that's kind of going to be what you're aiming for at the moment, because the more you focus on safety and comfort within yourself, the easier everything will feel. Okie dokie, so let's get you guys some guidance cards. Let's see what the crystal cards want to say about your future. And then we'll pull some astrology cards. Ooh, okay, we have Labradorite, see the magic. We have a blue lace agate, find your calm. And then we have rhodonite, find a way to forgive. The main thing I'm picking up on is like your kind of connection to people's opinions. Like I suddenly got loads of like negative comments in my mind about like just everything. So I feel like you are definitely focusing on your own body and your confidence and how you relate to people, like, and their opinion of you and their opinion of what they do. So especially if it is to do with your spirituality, you will be more focused on like how you interact on an everyday basis. Like you want to express your spirituality more, I'm feeling. So I do feel like it's really getting you to feel more comfortable and calmer within your identity. And I do feel as if you are really holding on to some sort of past regret, and you're really struggling to forgive yourself. So there is a quote, like a Hawaiian quote, and it's I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, and I love you. Yeah, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, and I love you. And that's really a nice quote to say, especially if you're going through some really hard times, because a lot of the things we go through, we really go through a lot of our survival strategies, and it's really, really hard to express ourselves sometimes when we're going through such a traumatic time. And it's just we give ourselves such a hard time, and it's so pointless essentially. So that can be a really good thing for you to do. So basically you're really finding your calm at the moment, and I do feel as if this is just confirmation that everything you're doing is correct in terms of like how you're approaching this situation with family or friends. If there's any conflict, you're doing a really, really good job. So stop being so hard on yourself. Take pleasure in things you do. So I do feel like a lot of you guys are needing to push forward to, I'm hearing like an event or a conference. There's something about like being a confident person in a group of people, and kind of like putting something across to get something done. It's kind of like maybe you're in law, or you're wanting to express some ideas in a group, or in like university, or work or something. This is basically about you guys setting your sights on something and just going for it, especially if it's to do with career and just kind of like your goals. So if you have a goal to do like a course or a goal for a job, I just say just go for it. It's really about your confidence. Like if you have confidence, even if you don't feel like you're confident, if you have the confidence and you express it, then that's going to be good enough basically, because you don't really need to kind of be fully confident to really know yourself. So let's get you a couple of astrology cards. I'm really vibing with this deck. Yeah, let's just go with this one. I was going to go with another one, but we'll go with this one today. Okay. Lovely. So the North Node, when I'm actually filming this, the North Node has gone into Taurus. So this is going to pop up a lot, I'm feeling, because it's really about, our safety, our body, our home, and our opinions and our views on things. Okay, I'm going to take those two. And we'll get one more. Get this one. Okay. So this could be your indication that you're going to be connecting to a Taurus or Cancer quite soon. I feel like in the future, you're going to feel a lot more stable. This thing with your family is definitely temporary. You're basically going for a lot of karmic patterning, and you're basically rewriting a lot of the karmic patterns in your family, a lot of ancestral trauma, a lot of it's being rewritten. So Marion, don't worry, it's not going to last forever. It's really just about you coming back to your power and focusing on what is your life purpose, like what are you here to do. So your purpose could even be just being in your power as a female or a male, especially as a female, because a lot of the feminine energy has really been like pushed down for like thousands of years. So especially as a female, it's really, really important for you to have that feminine confidence. It's really hard in a society that's puts people down a lot, but it's really important for you to kind of address things like head on. Like if someone says something to you and you don't really like it, you don't enjoy it, just like, say exactly how you feel. It's a free country. It's not really a free country, but free speech. So I'm feeling like there's definitely a lot of like conflict around relationships. You are definitely looking at things and you're basically not putting up with a lot of shit anymore. So within your future, within the near future, you're definitely going to be changing the way you're interacting with connections. There's going to be a lot more new ones coming in about 3 to 4 months. I'm hearing April and I'm in February filming this video, so I do feel like it's between about I'd say about 3 to 4 months. I'd say not 2 months actually, it's about 3 to 4. So we then have Taurus and Cancer, and these two are both to do with the home and the body, and Cancer's all to do with the emotional side and Taurus is very much to do with the body. So you put those two together, you get a really good connection. So this reminds me of like the body and the emotional side, and it's like two sides of you coming together. It also feels like you're could be two people you're going to meet, or it could be a partnership. So if you're a Cancer or a Taurus, that could be that as well. Okay, so let's get a couple more cards. We're going to just pull a couple of tarot cards just to sum up the group for you guys. Lovely. So like I said, the emotional side, we have the moon. So that makes so much sense. There's definitely your masculine and your feminine coming together as well. It's just really about being an assertive female. So if you are a female, this is really for you guys. Of course, if you're a male, it's about being an assertive male as well. But it really is just, I'm just getting a lot of female energy. And if you're not a female and you're more on the feminine side, then just take it as it resonates, guys. So the 7 of Cups. So this is showing me that you're going to have a lot more options in the future because you're allowing yourself to have options. Like you have more choice than what you realise. Even though we feel like we don't have any choice, you actually do have more choice. Sometimes we just got to be a little bit less stubborn, or a little bit less kind of like, I don't say narrow-minded because I don't feel like it's that, but if we can kind of get out of our own way, we actually have a lot more choice. So you guys are definitely going to take some action on I'm hearing action and advantage. Like the more you take action, the more advantage you're going to get, like the more advanced you're going to be. So I do feel like there's definitely a new version of you coming through, and you're much more confident, like you're much more able to take charge. And I feel like it's because you really feel confident and safe within your body. So that's what I'm feeling for you guys. I will recommend you smoky quartz as well, because I keep staring at these towers and I'm like, you need some smoky quartz. So that's definitely for you guys. So have a lovely day. Rates and crystals shop are down below, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye. Hello, group number 2. Let's get started with your reading. So you guys got the beautiful smoky quartz. We love her. I'm obsessed with smoky quartz. It's so good, especially if you're going through transformations, and also if you're going through some quite confusing times, if you're feeling tired, like I am, like all the time at the moment with these energies. This is really good, because what it does, it just kind of like, it clears a lot of the kind of smoke from your life. Basically, it just kind of makes you feel less groggy. I hope that makes sense. Okay, so let's see what's in your immediate future, guys. Sorry if you can hear any noise outside. There's a lot going on, so sorry if you can hear loads of like noises and beeping and everything. I literally can't do anything about it at the moment. So we have joy, we have friendship, and we have energy. That is so good for smoky quartz. Yes. I love that color. That's really beautiful, like a plum color. Passion and beauty. So these two are really making me think of Venus. So a lot of you guys, your Venus sign is going to be really important in the next couple of months. This is to do with what you appreciate, what you find like joyful, like how you interact in your relationships, what you need from a relationship. That's what your Venus is. So it's also to do with beauty, because that's what beauty is from. It's Venus. So I do feel like for you, it's really important for you to focus on what you're passionate about and bringing more beauty into your life. So I feel like you guys do need to rest a lot. In the next couple of weeks, you might feel a bit drained. So I'm picking up that you need to rest, recuperate, rejuvenate. So we have joy, friendship, and energy. A lot of you guys are going to are going to have some new friends come into your life. There's definitely, you guys are seeing the kind of changes in your groups and the dynamics. You might actually end a couple of friendships that really aren't good for you. These are like friendships that are quite like long term. You've been around them for a long time, and if you're really happy in your friendships, of course it's not going to be them. But I'm hearing it's about like basically speaking your truth in the connection, especially because I just coughed. And I feel like it's you leveling up, because we have 13, 14, 16, so it's like you're like leveling up. So because you are leveling up and some of your friends are not, they're kind of staying at the same pace at the moment. You know, that's what happens in connections. Sometimes you kind of move forward and others don't. This is about you guys getting really clear on what you deserve, and because you want joy, you know, we all deserve joy, we all deserve happiness. You're not feeling very joyful in these friendships. They're making you feel really rubbish. So if there's somebody in your life that needs to kind of, you know, exit the premises, then just kind of let them go. I'm picking up the more you, like the less you killing on, the easier it's going to be. So clearing your energy is really important. You guys are very attractive. Like your energy is super attractive, and you're going to get a lot of abundance in the next couple of weeks to a couple of months. I do feel like money is just going to roll in, because you're basically on a roll. There's something to do with Pluto. I'm picking up like massive transformation around your second house. So I feel like there's massive amounts of joy because you're feeling a lot more flow. I also feel like you guys need to eat more green in your diet. This is to do with the heart chakra, and we have got the North Node in Taurus as I'm doing this video, which is all about the heart area. Because I feel like, I don't know if it's actually ruled by the heart, but I always attribute, like, I always connect the Taurus energy to the heart and the head. So I also feel like you guys are really needing to focus on joy. Sorry guys, my throat is really doing something. I feel like you guys need to focus on joy and what makes you more happier, and that could be beautifying yourself, like physically. It could be really looking after your mental health, having a daily routine, and also just doing things you're really passionate about. A lot of you guys have a really strong passion that you might be avoiding doing, and I feel like you might find it like you think it might be taboo, or might think that like people won't like you because of this passion. And if they don't, they're not worth having in your life. Like, if people are that judgmental, like if people are wasting their time being like that, they're not meant to be in your life. Because if you're wasting your life being judgmental, that is such a waste of life. Like, it really is. Like, you're only here for a certain amount of time. So the friendship is really important. It says, bring to me friendship true, sharing laughter and understanding too. That is really important. A lot of you guys have had a lot of friendships that aren't very understanding. There's a lot of conflict, a lot of catting, a lot of gossiping. So you guys are definitely being really careful where you put your energy, and you want joy, you want happiness. So if friendship is something you're really desiring at the moment, I do see you having a friendship and manifesting them through what you're passionate about. Okay, I do feel like there's somebody who could be taking away your energy, and they're not even around you at the moment. You might need to do some cord cutting, because I feel like your power is being taken away by them. I mean, you can only have your power taken away if you let it, but if it's a subconscious thing, if it's very kind of like spiritual, especially if they're an emotional vampire, it's kind of like they're trying to take it away as much as they can. They're trying to use any sort of form. So it could even be in a spiritual sense as well, especially if you've had twin flame situations as well, and not the good twin flame. Like, some people think twin flames are good. In my opinion, I don't think they're very good. I think they can be very, very manipulative. So that's just a little quick advice for you guys. Okay, so we have release any emotional baggage. Take pleasure in the things you do. Okay, this one's flipped up. Let's get her out. Red jasper. Wow, so we've got a lot of orange going on. I love that. Oh, that looks really pretty actually. So we have release your emotional baggage, take pleasure in the things you do, take action, and we have another one, phantom quartz. All of these together look really, really cool. So I love the fact that we have embraced change. This is the kind of the main energy that I'm feeling from this group, because a lot of you guys have gone through a lot of changes in relationships. You've kind of stopped yourself from feeling, or kind of like there's a lot of emotional baggage you're holding on to because you want a connection, but you so badly don't want to be hurt. At the end of the day, you've got to let yourself live. Like, if you feel like comfortable with someone, you will most likely not be hurt by them. You know, you will probably have like your ups and downs, but at the end of the day, what's the point in holding yourself hostage by your own emotions and not living your life? You know, you've got to take that risk. And at the end of the day, those people that hurt you, if they really hurt you in that way, and you know, they're not worth being around. Like, people who really respect you are the people that you want to have around, and the sort of people that you want in your life. Okay, so we then have take action. I feel like a lot of you guys need to take action on your mental health. There's this need to really put yourself first in your mental health, and like, if you have someone you want to talk to, then you definitely need to do that. There's somebody you need to talk to kind of get it out. A lot of you guys are very, very deep, and you kind of are possibly quite watery as well in your birth chart. I'm picking up on you being like submerged in like loads and loads of water, and I'm feeling like you're like splashing around. And it's almost like you can't get a break, like you can't take a breath as well. So I do feel like you need to take some action on your mental health, and this can be just being around no one. Like, if you're someone who's very empathic, you will suck up energy like a sponge. So your energy is extremely sacred, and because we had that energy card, that's just massive confirmation. So in your near future, I do feel like you're going to start to take more action with the pleasure, like bringing more pleasure into your life. This can be sexual pleasure, like intimate pleasure, emotional pleasure, creative pleasure, all the things. You know, there's so much we can do to really make ourselves feel better, but sometimes it takes like making a list of stuff, because for me, like, I actually sometimes forget what I really enjoy. If I'm in an emotional rut, it can be really hard to pull myself out of it sometimes. So doing things like unloading my baggage, like doing things like therapy or dancing around my room or something, really gives me like comfort. Like, it really allows my inner child to express itself, because there's not a lot of places in like society that allow us to express ourselves. So if you can create space for your inner child, that's just going to be really, really great. I'm hearing let space be given, like take up space as well, especially when you talk to people. Like, I feel like you're a little bit scared to express like your depth and your opinions, so don't be scared to do that, guys. I'm really picking up on Pisces for this group as well, so you might be a Pisces, but there's this need for you to really go deeper within your emotional side, because a lot of you guys need to nurture. You're going through a really hard time to do with a mother figure. So you might be working on your first house birth year. So you could be 24 and then like plus another 12 years onto that, and then another 12 years. So yeah, there's definitely a lot of changes to do with your identity and how you're approaching your friendships. You might also not have a lot of friends right now, so you might be kind of feeling a little bit lonely, but it's about your identity and how you're approaching that. It's also to do with your relationships as well. I feel like you're going to manifest a really beautiful relationship in the future. If you guys are single, I really, really see that. I see somebody who really supports you, but it's because you've been doing the supportive emotional discovery, essentially. I don't like saying work. I really try to avoid saying the word work. Like, you've been doing a lot of emotional discovery, and it's allowed you to get deeper, so you don't attract, I don't say the wrong people, but like, you don't attract the people who are very unemotional, you know? So then I have Gemini, which is really, really lovely. So I'm picking up a lot of mutable signs for this group. So this is basically about you embracing change, allowing things to just move through. And Gemini is all about communication. So if you need to have a conversation with somebody and you've been avoiding it, this is your confirmation to just go for it and do it. I'm seeing like, it doesn't matter what someone's opinion is, even if people don't listen, especially if they're quite narcissistic, they probably won't listen to what you're having to say. But even if they don't listen, the best thing for you to do is actually make your point. It's kind of like if someone ghosts you or cheats on you or whatever, you know, not putting that out there, but, you know, as an example, if something like that happens, you are within your full right to say how you feel. Like some people, they get ghosted and they never say anything to the person. And the best thing for you to do is say it. Even if they don't reply, even if they don't even see it, you are making your voice heard. And that's something that's really important. And that's the sort of thing you might be changing about your relationships, like how you are approaching your relationships. It's funny how we had the 1st and the 7th house, because they're literally opposite each other. So Aries and Libra. So it's really interesting. You might be having a conflict between an Aries and a Libra as well, and kind of having conflicting opinions or issues. A lot of you guys are wanting to change up the way you are maybe conserving your energy, like literally like conserving your energy. So you might rest a lot, but I'm also hearing on the other side, conserving, like being more ecological, like being more eco-friendly. Is ecological a word? I don't know, but like in this sense, like being more eco, like I feel like you're being very, I don't know, I'm hearing the word conserve, like you're being really conscious, you're making conscious choices about like packaging and things like that. I feel like you're being more eco-friendly about it, and that could be part of your identity. You could have really changed the way you see yourself, and you're like, maybe I need to change the way, like, you know, the food I'm putting in my body, or like the products I'm using. Like honestly, if you can create like a really simple skincare, that is like the best thing you can do. Like for me, I literally just use water on my face, and I use just like a cloth. And that's literally it, and I don't actually have to do any more, because if you, especially if you have very sensitive skin, you don't actually need to use soap on your face. Because it can actually affect like the balance on your face. So that's the more like natural you can make it. Like skincare is like, obviously if you're going through hormonal issues, that can really help, like using skincare. But honestly guys, as you get older, like if you don't put makeup on as much, or if you like literally just go out more in nature, more out in the sun, make stuff really simple, the better. Like society thinks like, you know, it tries to sell you so many products that you don't even need. And this is just from my personal experience, but honestly, it has really helped my skin just using water and like a natural cloth. Guys, it's like life transformation. It's like so transformational. And also I don't eat a lot of sugar, so that can help too. Okay, so that's just kind of the advice as well, because I feel like a lot of you guys might be dealing with some acne or anything like that. And just to let you know, acne is beautiful. Like I don't see any problem with acne. It's just society that makes you think it's rubbish, so they can sell you products to get rid of the acne. And normally acne is because there's either a hormonal imbalance, you need some vitamins, or you just put a lot of makeup on, or you're eating a lot of sugar. You know, there's always a reason, you know, or sometimes it's just a phase. So don't bash yourself for having acne. Like acne, I feel like is beautiful. Like there's no reason. It's just spots. Like it's not a big deal. People, like honestly, society irritates me. It just irritates me so much. Like when you see things clearer, you're like, oh my God, there's so many things I want to change. But hopefully we're getting there now. Hopefully we are, you know, realizing all these things, which I'm very happy with, because that's what I'm on the planet for. Okay, anyway, guys, I'm going on a rant. So we have the 9 of Swords. This is about you taking charge of your emotions. These are kind of all the things you have had like you're internalizing. So thoughts, people's opinions, things like that. You are taking charge of your emotion. You're like, I'm going to feel safe. And if I feel safe, nothing can affect me. And that is basically what I'm feeling for you guys. That's kind of like the main thing, because we have the Hierophant, we have the 6 of Pentacles and the 7 of Pentacles. These are both 2 very internal cards, and the Hierophant is like literally higher awakening. It's like seeing things from a higher perspective. So it's no reason why I was just talking about all that stuff, because I feel like a lot of you guys are really seeing through the fog. And the 6 of Pentacles and the 7 of Pentacles is you being very, very conscious of your energy. Like in the back, you can see this girl, and she's got her hands up. And she's like, no, bitch, I don't want you in my life anymore. This is about you really conserving your energy. And people, if they really respect you, they will stay in your life when you have your boundaries. So thank you so much for watching, guys. My private reading rates and crystal shop is down below, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye. Hello, group number 3. Let's get started with your reading. You guys chose the Amethyst Freeform. I love her. She's got some really beautiful energy. So I was deliberately looking underneath the decks for this group. Like I felt really drawn to do that. And we have Justice and we have Pride. And these two I'm really feeling is because there's definitely something that's being balanced in your life. to do with justice and pride, like people being really prideful and you need to balance it out. Like I feel like you are needing to ride out any conflict that happens in your life, like especially people who are really close to you, family or people who you live with. There's a sense of something being really unfair and really unjust. And I feel like you're really needing to just ride it out instead of like shoving it under the rug, because justice is very much Libra, and Libras can, if unbalanced, try to like balance things out by avoiding or like shoving stuff under the rug. And for you, you literally got to do the opposite of that. Like you cannot control or stop people from being who they are. Like you can't stop people from having certain views. And yes, it may be uncomfortable to kind of witness, but at the end of the day, like you got to let people be themselves. If they're not willing to see your perspective and things like that, you just got to let them do it. But it also means that you've got to reserve your own energy as well. So being by yourself can really kind of refuel you. So let's see what else we have. Oh, wow. Hi, romance. I was picking up on a home. Like I saw, oh, someone just beeped outside. I saw like you going like this with home. So I'm seeing there's definitely some, yeah, beautiful. I'm seeing some peace in the home. That's really, really lovely. Oh, I love this romance card. I love how she's like right in the middle. That just is so striking to me. Oh my God. And we have love. Oh, this is juicy, 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 juicy girl. Yes. Hearing that song, it goes juicy, juicy, I eat that lunch. Doja Cat is so cool. I love her, she's great. All right, so we have love, peace, romance, imagination, spirituality. We also have lilac twice. I've got the lilac of this card and then here of this flower. So this is beautiful. You might really be drawn to this colour at the moment. It's funny because we actually have a purple crystal, so that's amazing. So lots of synchronicities for you guys. So we have Brigid, goddess, in your sacred name, a light within me, peace is flame. I feel like a lot of you guys are letting go of rejection and you're letting go of the need to protect people. So this can be, say if you are somebody who likes to have the control, which a lot of us do, we can kind of like subconsciously control people by like, you know, either like not saying our opinion or things like that. Like you guys are no longer sweeping stuff under the rug. It's really, really important for you to have your opinions. So what I'm feeling from this group is a lot of you guys are needing to come back to your own soul self. This is basically about you guys being really comfortable with letting people know how you feel. This is going to attract a really beautiful relationship. If you're already in a relationship, I see the romance is going to kind of change a little bit. I'm seeing like somebody wants more out of the relationship. In some way, they might have like a passion that they like. Maybe it's taking up more of their time and you're having to kind of arrange stuff. It's like, I feel like something is changing. Something is powering up. Like somebody is awakening in the relationship, whether it be you or the other person, and they kind of want more from the connection. So you're going to kind of adjust as you go. I also feel like with peace, I'm hearing your peace flame is being lit up. And we have this kind of like little, I don't know if he's like a little pig or a little, I don't know what it is, a boar, but it kind of reminds me of Taurus. So I'm feeling like this is all about your stability within how you feel and in your home. And I feel as if the more kind of peaceful you feel, the more imaginative you are, and then the more creative you are. So surround yourself with a lot of beauty and light, like literally open your blinds a lot. Make sure you've got a lot like nature around you, like flowers and plants and lots of nice smelling things, because this is really about your senses and getting you back into your body, because you overthink a lot. I feel like you guys also think about people a lot, like you think about other people in your life and kind of like, you know, what they're doing and things like that. A lot of it's to do with your own personal power. Like if you're used to kind of obsessing over other people to try and fix them or whatever, like, or being passive aggressive, but being passive or being a people pleaser, that might be what you've kind of been brought up to be like, because that might be your survival strategy. But I'm feeling like it's no longer needed. So something for you is you're going to actually attract some really beautiful romantic energy into your life. And because you have love, you're literally radiating love. Your love life isn't just having a relationship. Your love life is your love. So I do feel like this is more about you as well. And you're kind of bringing in romance to your life. Like I feel like you are bringing in self-love more, like you're doing things more out of self-love. You are doing things that maybe you don't really want to do, but you're doing it anyway. Like things like going to a therapy session that you want to avoid, or writing in your diary every day to kind of like document how you're feeling. It's like, yes, you might not enjoy it, but it's such an act of self-care when we dedicate ourselves purely to our mental health and our physical health. And romance is really lovely. I feel like a lot of you guys are going to manifest a really beautiful partner soon. Like I feel like that. It feels like this is part of your new life because your boundaries are really, really good and your self-love is really good. And really present, that's going to attract a really gorgeous connection. And then that is why I feel like you're learning justice and pride, because this is preparing you for a relationship. It's preparing you for being around people with quite strong opinions and not kind of hiding and being a fawn and fawning away and like kind of hiding away from those situations. Because you deserve to have an opinion, and it's, you know, in a relationship it should be two to tango. Lovely. Get out of your own way. So this is a lot to do with shadow work. Tourmalated quartz I always kind of represent and it reminds me of shadow work. So because it's really good at working with shadows. So you might have really kind of worked on your shadows recently. And that's actually really powerful. I feel like a lot of you guys, I feel like also because tourmalated quartz is to do with shadow work and it literally says get out your own way, there could be a shadow that's kind of lingering, that's kind of causing you to get in your own way. It could be like self-sabotage or being around people that are really unemotional or wanting more from somebody that can't give you more. It's something like that. This is really important because and we have get out your comfort zone. Oh my God, there's so much about moving. We have get out your own way, get up, get moving, get out your comfort zone and make a decision. Like somebody is up in the ethers really trying to get you to budge. So make a decision. It's really making me feel like this is all about your mind. This is very mercurial. It's very mercurial and very Venus actually. So we have shift your money mindset and get up, get moving. So there's a lot of crystals here that are quite like cracked, and there's a lot of kind of things going on in the crystals. So this might seem really complicated, this situation, but all it is taking you to do is to make some changes than what you've done before. So you can't keep doing the same thing over and over again. So the best change you can do is to really see how you're interacting in your everyday life in relationships to people and to yourself. Are you speaking kindly about yourself? Are you judging yourself? Is there a lot of negative self-talk? Is there kind of like a time when you don't actually speak your truth in the connection? That is what you're really going to be looking at, and that's super, super important because it's going to get you out your fucking comfort zone, and it's great because that's going to level you up so you can manifest some really beautiful people in your life who really respect you. This is getting you comfortable with having boundaries and getting you comfortable with having just feeling more comfortable in the conflict, and this is going to attract a gorgeous connection. I do see a connection coming soon, very soon actually. Shift your money mindset. This is also about your receiving, like your need to receive. So if you guys have been quite lacking in money, I do see a big change in money as well, and it's because you might actually need to work on a shadow to do with money as well. So just have a little look and see where that is. And I'm also picking up on your Mars. This is how your Mars interacts with your money. So have a look at that as well if that's something that you feel is coming up for you guys. Okay, so let's get a couple more cards. So we're going to have a look at the astrology cards and we'll see what wants to come out. I'm pretty sure this is a star codes deck, if any of you guys are interested. This has been coming up so much in my private readings. Solar, calm, clarify. There's a lot of people that are clarifying stuff at the moment. Yes, exactly. That's why I picked up on Mercury. We have the third house of Mercury. We have third house of communication, South Node, fifth house. Whoops, that's a bit wonky. Vesta, and then we have opposition. This has been coming up a lot too. This is very much Taurus. It's like in the head a lot. And then we have progression journey. Yeah, so any conflict is basically telling you to get back into your power. Like you're allowed to have your opinions, you're allowed to express yourself. That is super, super important. Your fifth house is all about your passions. It's all about what you love. So if you can really express your fifth house, this is going to get you more comfortable with just being yourself. I feel like you need to just be really artistic and start a new kind of passion that's going to get you to be more expressive with what you love. We also have 33, which I feel like is a really significant number for you guys. Number 3 is really significant. And the South Node with the past, you're kind of using your past to create more creativity in your life and to help you feel more comfortable with getting creative and really, really expressing yourself. You might also start a conversation with somebody to initiate some sort of creative project, which I do feel like is going to be really good for you. Wow, a massive amount of sexual stuff here and addictions. Okay, this is actually really good because this is something I'm seeing that you're literally directly in at the moment. This isn't something in the future. That's where you are right now. Yeah, perfect. Oh, guys, I'm really excited. We have the Lovers right at the end. Okay, this is just literally so easy to like see. Okay, we then have the Two of Swords. get out your own way. Okay, anyone who says anything to you, you're not comfortable with it, tell them. Like you have choice. This is your choice now. It's just all about your confidence, building up your confidence slowly. So this is about your self-node. You've been basically controlled a lot by other people, external circumstances, addictions, things like that. Possibly things to do with sex, intimacy, being intimate with yourself, letting people be intimate with you. And this could have attracted a lot of narcissists or unemotional people, or, you know, people who aren't easily connected to their emotions. Then you let it go. This is what I'm feeling like you're doing. This is going to be in the future. So this is, I feel like, about 2 months time, and this is going to be where you're aiming for. 2 months time, this is what you're literally gaining from this. Like, this is why you're going through a lot of stuff, because this portion is you're actually in this right now. This is you feeling a lot of tension, feeling like, why is nothing changing? Why can't I attract people? It's because you're literally needing to sit in it so you can not avoid it anymore. Like, you're not going to be able to avoid it, because when you're in an intimate connection, this will pop up if it's not dealt with, especially intimate wise, because when we're in a relationship, it brings up our childhood trauma if it's not addressed before we're in the connection. And especially with intimacy, if you can't get intimate with your own emotions, how the hell are you going to get intimate with somebody else? Like, you're not going to be able to fully express, because when we actually have a relationship with ourselves. Like, if you talk negatively to yourself, it's like you're talking negatively to a friend. So if you aren't looking after your body, it's like, say you treat your body and yourself like you would your best friend. You know, you're kind, you need to be kind to them, be really supportive, and that is what you need to do with yourself. So if you ever feel like, I don't know how to improve or help myself, then that is going to be the best thing for you to do, is to like look at yourself like you would your best friend. So thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope this helps you, and I hope it resonates. All my rates and my crystal shop are down below. All the crystals here are available in my shop at this very moment of filming this video. I hope you have a lovely day, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye. Hello, grid number 4. Let's get started with your reading. So you guys chose the clear quartz point, which I love. Oh, why am I putting it over there? Put it over there. Okay, so this is going to be your reading. Let's see what's happening in the near future. So for last group, I was actually really drawn to look underneath the deck, and I'm looking underneath the deck again, and it feels like for you guys, number 3 is really, really important. Number 3, 6 and 7. My throat chakra literally just hurt really badly. So what I'm feeling is, it's about your natural expression of yourself. Like, how are you creative? Is there a lot of suppression around your creativity, especially in like your close family or things like that? Because what I'm feeling is, we have creativity and we have bravery, and they're both like purple. So it's really about like your third eye, and kind of getting you in the flow of expressing your creativity. You might want to do a career in the future that is very creative, and it might cause you to, ask you to be brave about it, because there might be, here we have memory. You might have a lot of memories when you were younger where you're kind of scrutinized for being yourself, but you're actually really, here we have magnificence. You are very creative. You're very, very intelligent when it comes to this certain thing, and if you're really passionate about it, most likely you're probably really good at it as well. So I do feel like there's a lot of stigma around creative jobs, but actually you could actually manifest a person as well, because we have true love come to me as well. You can manifest a partner. It's just really, what it's asking you is to be organized about it, and to ask yourself, like, is this something that I really, really want? Because that's definitely something that I'm feeling for you guys. So let's get you some main cards here. So we have safe travel. I think that needs to be in the middle, actually. Oh, yes. Love has come up for group number 3 as well. So we have a lot of repeating numbers. We've got 4, we've got 3, 3, 2, 2, we have 1 and 25. So there's a lot of like repeating 2s and 3s. So this is about union. A lot of you guys could be manifesting a person who is abroad, who is from a far off state, far off country. I'm picking up, you might actually have a long distance connection for a little bit, like about 2 months, and then the rest of it will be you'll come together. This is going to be a really mature relationship. This isn't something that's going to last for like 2 seconds and then it's done. This is something that you're attracting that's going to be long lasting. If you guys are wanting to travel, of course, with all the precautions and things, just, be careful. But also it's like more about, this is a good sign that if you want to travel, that is definitely there for you. You don't have to travel very far. It could be literally like an hour away from your home. But I feel like it's going to make you feel a lot more comfortable with your life. It just makes you feel a little bit more relaxed. So that could be a sign for you as well. And you could be traveling with people for like a birthday or like a hen do or something like that with friends. So we have serenity. We have appreciation. We have spirituality and truth. So a lot of you guys, this is about your, this is basically like you're leveling up. You are definitely leveling yourself up in terms of your own growth. So a lot of you guys are going to be moving more into a spiritual career. You could be moving home and moving into a home that you really love, that feels really good. A lot of you guys are going to be drawn to moving within this year that you're in. So if you're in like the middle of the year, that makes a lot of sense, because I'm picking up it feels like about 5 to 6 months that you could want to move, and it may be coming up for you. You might also find a house that you like, especially if you're looking to move. I do feel like a lot of you guys are needing to find more serenity, because maybe you're at home a lot, especially if you work from home. Needing to create that safe space is really important, especially if you are a therapist. Like, creating a safe space at home, and if you do therapy, it's really important to create a really relaxing space for like clients and things like that. So you might need to actually find a therapy room or like a garage, or like hire something out if you can't do it at home, because I'm feeling like you're changing up your office space if you work from home. We then have spirituality and truth. This is basically about seeing the new version of yourself. I'm feeling like you are getting really truthful about your own views. And if people don't appreciate it, they probably will have to be removed from your life, because there's definitely, you're really ascending. And if people can't come with you, then they're going to be, you know, left behind on their level. But at the end of the day, if they want to catch up, they will. If that's their soul path, then they will catch up. But I feel like a lot of you guys bring this really gorgeous, fluffy energy to groups. And I feel like a lot of people love that about you. You have such like a sprightly, bold, powerful energy, and I think you really underestimate how powerful that is. I also feel like a lot of you guys will be buying a car, a boat, or some sort of like caravan to do some traveling, especially if you can't travel like abroad. If you're in somewhere like America, I don't know if you need a passport to cross states, because I'm in England, we don't have states. But I do feel like having like a little caravan or just somewhere away from the home could be really, really good for you. It could even be you're making a little house down the garden, or like a little office. There's something about moving around your home and like a building that you're in, like you're changing it around. I'm also picking up on rose quartz for you guys. I was really drawn to the rose quartz on this card, so that's going to be your crystal for today, if not clear quartz. Okay, so we have chrysoprase, allow yourself to receive. So this is very much around the heart chakra, which is funny that we had rose quartz. So a lot of you guys are definitely changing up your I'm hearing like mentor, like the way you're mentoring is changing. So if you somebody are like a teacher or a therapist, you will be changing your environment that you're in, how you teach, what you teach, the way you do it. You might be going on a course to kind of change it, or you might be, I do feel like you might be working on a course, making one, or you're on a course. It could be just even an online course that is to do with like making money or being more confident in yourself. I'm hearing like your womb space, and I did actually follow a course. I can't remember who it was by, but she was really good. She was talking about your womb space, which is your womb area, and this is for guys as well. Everyone doesn't have to have a womb, but basically you put your hands on your your lower stomach area, and it helps you get really grounded into your body. It's kind of like a mini meditation, like a breathing exercise before you either go on stage or you introduce yourself to a group of people. It's like you getting really comfortable before you do that, so you're not really anxious and everything. It's very interesting. It really gets you more comfortable in your body, and then in turn it helps you to be a better communicator. So we have black tourmaline, protect your energy. So there's obviously some people that kind of want to ruffle you up at the moment, so protecting your energy is really important. There's a lot of masculine energy around this group as well, so you've got a definite thing about yin yang, like feminine masculine energy. And pyrite and black tourmaline, I feel like, are quite masculine crystals. They're very much to do with energy and like action and getting things done. So we have allow yourself to receive, let the money flow in, and take pleasure in the things you do. What I'm feeling is you need to make sure your rates and your timing is for your own like health. So say you might like work for yourself, have your own hours. Are you overdoing it for clients? So say if you're like a dog walker and you're walking too many hours and you're letting yourself really like wear yourself out, and you're not helping yourself, how can you change it? It's like you have more choice, but don't overexert yourself. Like, is there a conversation you want to have with your boss to change your hours or something like that, or change your position? Like really just adjusting things around, because I don't see you actually having a brand new career. I mean, some of you guys could easily, because we do have pyrite, which is about money and being like receiving, but there's definitely something about adjusting like your values and your needs, because needs and values change all the time. So that is really important. And sunstone is very much about your solar plexus of your needs. So we have like the heart, the root, and the solar, and that's like a really like I don't know how to explain it, like important, oh my god, my words, a really important combination. But this is really important. Some of you guys are stopping yourself from doing a like a course or some sort of passion project because you think it's not going to work out. This is your sign. It's going to work out, because if you are like really passionate about it, then why wouldn't it work, you know? And why would you want to stop people from seeing your light? Like if you are here to bring, you know, artistry or musician, like if you're a musician or singer or artist, whatever, why would you want to prevent yourself from sharing that for people? Because people would really, really love that and appreciate that. Okay, we have the North Node. So there's definitely a lot to do with kind of like your future in terms of your career, what you're here to do on this planet, gifts, things like that. So there's definitely this need for you to shine and take off that mask around like hiding yourself. I feel like a lot of you guys are public speakers, actors, musicians, like you want to be in front of crowds, you want to help a lot of people, you want to do good for the planet. So when it comes to your values, I feel like some of you guys need to work on how you receive, because that will drastically change your career. Because if you're preventing yourself from, if you don't feel worthy of receiving, you will never get to where you want to be, because there'll be a subconscious block. And a lot of the time we do need to do shadow work on it, because if there is a subconscious block, you know, that's going to come up a lot. And whenever I have smoky quartz, I normally talk about shadow work so much because it's really about that. So what I'm feeling, it's like you've got to get really clear on what you want, because if you don't know, then you just never know. But sometimes it takes some experimenting. Maybe you're somebody who needs to experiment with what you love, because we have Venus, which is all about love. It's all about what you appreciate. So maybe you need to kind of figure out what you want to do. Maybe you want to like research it on YouTube, or maybe just try a couple of things. And if it doesn't work out, honestly, with that kind of quote where it's like rejection is redirection, like that makes so much sense to me, because there's so many things that I've been like rejected from, and honestly it has made quite a lot of sense. Because sometimes when something is quite stagnant, like your life's quite stagnant, you can't attract something, it's for a reason. It's because basically you're not meant to have that thing in your life at this very moment. Or you're just meant to work on the emotion around what it's bringing up. Say you're struggling with money and it's making you feel sad or guilty, work on those emotions. There's a reason why you're not attracting the money right now, you know? It's not always a straight answer, but sometimes it is. And also bringing in any sort of orange crystals might give you a little bit of an idea of what it is, because there's a sense of needing to bring out your confidence. Because I feel like especially as I'm just going to bring up genders right now, as a female, me myself, but also just females in general, like it can be really hard to assert yourself in the workplace, because it is like society and money is very male dominated. That's pretty much just facts. So it can be really hard for you to assert yourself, you know. So being a woman in society can be really fucking uncomfortable. So it's really, really important for you to focus on yourself for a while and just, you know, where are the blockages coming from? It could be from your past life, it could be ancestral trauma, you know, there's a lot of things. So, anything is possible, really. Okay, so the Four of Wands, so meditation is going to be your key, like really getting out of your head. Okay, so last thing here, wow, throat chakra, we have the Two of Wands, Knight of Wands, Five of Swords. There is a lot of stagnancy, so if you guys feel any kind of like blockages, pull away from the situation. Do not force it, it's not going to help. The Two of Wands is basically saying, I've got to wait to make a decision. So a lot of you guys are definitely changing your career. If you don't know what you want to do for your career, don't feel guilty, don't feel sad. This is a really, really good time for you to explore. Like, see it as a time to explore, not a time to feel guilty or bad about yourself. See it as a time to explore and see what happens. Because if you've got this time to do it, take it up, do it, definitely. And I feel like a lot of you guys, if you ask for help from people, you might actually be surprised what you get. Like, you might get a really good opinion from someone to help you in the next, to help you along in the next realm. Realm? Why did I say realm? To help you along in the next chapter of your life. Okay, so my throat is really playing up, so I'm going to go now, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you would like a private reading, all my rates are down below along with my crystal shop. And I'll speak to you soon. Also, guys, stop bashing yourself. You're doing a really good job, okay? A lot of change coming, you just got to be patient, all right? Have a lovely day, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.